Today, boys and girls, I'm going to be making pine pitch tea. A nice little lump of it here. This is part of the hashtag FORAGE for freedom. It's a mental health movement started by, I forget his first name, Primal Nomad anyway. I think he started that on Instagram, but he has a video up on his YouTube, so go check that out. He's out stalking deer, and yeah, he's having fun in the outdoors, and he's having a look at like different plants to forage and stuff. It only went up recently onto his channel two days ago or so. Yeah, the reason I'm using this stuff anyway is because it's clean, and I'd used it before when I first came across it to make tea. Now I only learned that you could use the raw stuff as a tea and not just the needles last year. So when I found some last year, I decided to make it, and it was nice. It was strong tasting, but I'm actually just going to use this because it'll be easier to clean. I also have a hemp tea that I'm going to mix it with, just to added flavour, and it's nicer. But yeah, I'm actually going to heat it slowly on this. But yeah, so this is easier to clean. I'm not going to use much of it, but this is just a test. I'm just messing with this here now. As I said, the last time I used it, it just got stuck in the end of the cup, and you know, it wasn't easy to clean at all. So yeah, that's less than half the little lump that I had. The other stuff I have here, you know, it's a lot dirtier. It's kind of going amber now, and it's easier to mess with when it's like that. Got a couple of big chunks of it. This bag was actually full last year, but I gave loads away, and everyone was just using it for lighting fires and stuff like that. You know, it's so many different uses. All those little crumbs, I don't want them melt into that. I've never done it like this. The last time I done it, it was just boiled water and a couple of lumps, and I kept stirring it and stirring it and stirring it. But I'm kind of hoping it breaks down, and when it goes into like the glass, it'll dissolve better in the water basically. Just testing it out, it's the first time for it. Like I said, I'm just messing here. Yeah, there's so many different uses for it. Actually, I'll put it on the back one. The back one is smaller. Can you see? Yeah, you can still see that there. But yeah, like you can use it for glue, and you just, with the glue, you mix it with charcoal, animal hair, deer hair. You just break up the deer hair like so, chop it up, mix it in with the pitch and the charcoal as it comes out, and that just helps to bind it together. You can also mix it with sand, and by mixing it with sand you get a cement out of it. Now I haven't messed around with the cement and the glue I have. It can be used for waterproofing boots. We have a hole in a bucket, a hole in a tarp. Yeah, like it's fire starting, as I was saying. You know, a few of us are messing in the woods with getting fires going and making candles out of it. And it's just little balls of pine pitch, wood chippings and stuff in it. Candles for the we were burning the bits of pine on sticks, and you know, getting rid of the flies and stuff like that. Hopefully this hurries up. I don't want to be too long doing this. You can go from a 10-minute video into a 20-minute one, but like, it is what it is. But just in case, I have a glove. Soap is another one. I'm not too sure on the process of soap, but you can mix it with flowers, you know, roses and lavender, stuff like that. Salves you can make out of it with beeswax and Vaseline, a couple of other different things. You know, it's like antifungal, it's an antibiotic, antiseptic. You could literally take rolls of gauze and just melt it all down and dip the gauze in it, and you'll have it ready to go. So if you did happen to cut your finger or whatever in the woods, you could just rip the piece off, heat it up, and then apply it to the wound. It's antiseptic. Yeah, there's loads of stuff you can do. Like, it's starting to get sticky now and stuck to the spoon here, so that's a good sign. Incense is another thing you can do with it. Cinnamon, all sorts of spices. You just mix it all down with charcoal, roll it up into little sticks. That's something that I'm going to try, I think, in the next few weeks. Yeah, should be interesting to see how that goes. I do like a bit of incense. When it gets sticky as well on your fingers, I'm not sure where I read this, but you use clay and the clay binds to it, and it just makes it easier to come off. As a kid, like, I'd be running through the hills and the forest, and you'd see a big sticky tree, you know, and you just get covered in it. So if only I knew that back then. I don't think this is going to take too long at all. All the little pieces have just stuck to it, so I wonder if I put clay on this, will it clean it for me? Another thing is, like, when the wounds are fresh on the pine trees, within the first 24 hours, the pine sap is actually sweet. The longer it goes on, the more kind of bitter the taste would become. Each tree has its own taste, you know. Yeah, the same way as each pine cone has its own flavour. Some trees are nicer than others. It dissolves in alcohol, which just makes it easier for cleaning as well, I think. You know, you can make turpentine out of it. I think that's just a slow process though. Whether you're gathering the fumes of it. Most of the turps has gone out of this stuff now, as it's just been lying there drying out. Well, it's burning off here now. I can't even really get smell off that. As it gets older, it changes colour. As you can see here. But like, when you get it off a tree, there's always, you know, insects and wood and all sorts mixed in with it. So when you melt it all down and all the gunk that's left, you just use that for fireballs. Yeah, maybe I should just turn the heat up on this. Maybe I should. See what happens. It'll probably melt in 2 seconds. I only have it on a low temperature anyway. But the tea is full of vitamin C and sugars and minerals and stuff. I'm not quite sure what they are, but that's the thing that helps it be antibacterial, because bacteria doesn't like sugar. I shared a little meme thing the other day on my Instagram about it. Studies have been done in the UK on it, like with doctors. There's some doctor that came over from India, I think, and his parents used to use it on him as a child, and they'd apply sugar to his wounds and they'd clean up, and it'd speed up the healing process. Oh, now we're cooking. Yeah, now we're cooking. Boil that kettle's out. Yeah, it's antifungal, antibiotic, antibacterial. Maybe I should have put more in, or am I just being greedy now? I want to put more in. This is just some of the bark that I've gotten around the tree at the time. You can kind of see the crystallization of the pine pitch on it. Just little shavings off it. Starting fires. Loads of dirty stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get more anyway, that's for sure. It's slowly melting, it's not even bubbling yet though. It's getting there. Well, yeah, I've only drank this tea once before. I'm drinking nettle tea and pine needle tea for years, but like I said, it was only last year I heard about this, and yeah, it's kind of like a pine lozenge sitting in the back of your throat. That's the only way I can describe it. Pine lozenge. Doesn't seem too much bubbles coming off it at all. Now my kitchen's starting to smell lovely. I love the smell of this stuff. I love it. I'd imagine like it could be good for respiratory illnesses and stuff like that. You know when you'd see your granddad head over a bucket of hot water with a towel over his head? That was the way my granddad was. He had TB, but he used to put like Vicks and stuff like that in the water. You can also like make an insect repellent out of it. You just mix it with alcohol. Cheap vodka breaks it down. Elderflower, lavender, stuff like that. Oh, we're bubbling now. Yeah, I'm not going to put any more in. I was being greedy, I was. Where was I? Oh, the alcohol and the elderflower. Yeah, I only learned recently on YouTube about the insect repellent being mixed with alcohol. Like, I've often burnt it around the fire and that, hoping it'd stop the flies coming in, you know, big smoky sticks in the wind. That just smells lovely. I'm actually happy I decided to do this. for the hashtag Forage for Freedom. I was just sitting here last night and I had actually been talking to Primal Nomad. Small chat, but like I said to him, oh, I can't wait to see what pops up from it. And then after that I started thinking, what could I do? Obviously I'm not going to be out camping for a little bit, so I was like, oh sure, I can mess with the pine sap. I'll do something with that. So here I am with a sticky little stick and a little pool of brown bubbles. Yeah, it's doing the job now. So it is. I hope the spoon's easy to clean after this. Oh, this just smells gorgeous. This is what I love about this stuff. It's really starting to sizzle up there now. I'm gonna need to get more of that cleaner stuff though. I've never actually used it for wounds and cuts and anything. I've always known, oh yeah, that's what you do with that, or that's where you get turpentine in it. But I never knew the extent of the uses for it. It's amazing what's out there. Amazing. I thought there was something stuck to the bottom of the spoon and burned on the hog. Wow. But yeah, floor cleaner, you know, this is what you're dealing with. I'm drinking floor cleaner. Don't try this at home, kids. Wait till your parents go out and then start melting stuff on the stove. What's that funny smell? When I was a kid and I had lead sodas, I used to wait till everyone left the house and then I'd start melting the lead in the house. I wasn't supposed to, but it was just easier for me as a kid turning on a gas stove instead of having to wait for somebody to come home and watch me out the back with a blowtorch. I'm not going to actually use all of this for that tea. I'm going to let it cool down, and then, because it turns into like a glass, so then I'll show you that as well, I suppose. It doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. I think like with the turpentine as well, it's like a distillation process similar to what you would be doing if you were making whiskey. Yeah, but that's all I know. I want to get a good sup of this tea, so my brother actually gave me a couple of hemp tea bags the other day. Ooh, little crackles. Fascinating stuff, so it is. But that's the colour it goes after it cools down. It's kind of solidified, and like that it's gone to the bottom of the cup, which I didn't want to happen because it's not easy to get out. Same as the last time. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. You could make some really cool art out of this, like stained glass. I'm just going to melt that a little bit again. Sure, why not? It's all stuck to the side of the cup. Normally I just put honey in my tea, but today I'm having pine. There's a slight smell of it, yeah, slight, but not much. No, actually it's not. It's still gloopy. Still gloopy. I'll turn it up a bit. I'll turn the camera off and I'll just be drinking cups of this now for the rest of the day. Hashtag forage for freedom. Yeah, it's still kind of congealed, we'll say. So yeah, go check out Primal Nomad's YouTube, his video, how foraged, and jump in and do something, you know, little take on the hashtag forage for freedom. It's a good idea, you know, raise awareness for mental health and that. Mind is weighing from time to time. I don't know if it's me mental health that makes me forgetful or just me. But yeah, we all know someone that's affected by it. I only have to look in the mirror some days. Ooh, look at this. Probably should have used a spoon to scrape it off instead of a stick, but that's the little child in me. Oh, sticky stuff, get a stick. And this has to be really strong flavour now. Has to be. Maybe if I put Now I'm really messing. Now I'm being really bold. I hope my mum doesn't come home any time soon. I'll be grounded for eternity. Maybe just let it boil up a bit. All in the name of science. It's all in the name of science. Oh, that's more like it, yes. Oh, got a fright there. Don't be putting the oil near the fire. Burny. What was I going to say there? Yeah, like from time to time I would be out foraging stuff. Mushrooms, some wild edibles that I know. Yeah, from time to time. Okay, that turned out with the water on it. It's like a map of Lord of the Rings or something. So yeah, I'll leave that there like that. Turn this off. Actually, no, don't use that. While I'm here, clean as you go. Yeah, get all these little lumps. I don't want to be cooking me dinner later and smelling pine pitch over my potatoes. That's part of the reason as well why I didn't do it on a pot, because I'm cooking and it's still stuck there in there. Pine pitch carrots or whatever. Yeah. This is a lot easier to clean than a pot, or even that cup. It's like a little layer of glass sitting on the top of the water. Give it another little stir. Even with the tea bag, you can still get that taste stuck in the back of your throat. This is going on nearly a half an hour now, so look, I'm going to leave it there. Hashtag forage for freedom, mental health awareness. If you feel like it, jump in, do something. Go over and check out Primal Nomad's YouTube channel, as I said. Have a good day. I'm going to sit down, listen to a few tunes, finish me brew. Take it easy. That was lovely. The little crystallized formations here, they are kind of sweet. They kind of remind me of those little sugar canes, glucose canes you'd get in the chemist years ago. That texture, not as sweet obviously. Some trees are sweeter than others, I suppose. Yeah, so try it out for yourselves. All the benefits from it. Look at the colours of that, it's lovely. The hashtag forage for freedom, mental health awareness. Go check out Primal Nomad's channel. I'll leave it there.